The following is a preview for the next Ultra Vegito chapter and may contain spoilers. Click off now if you'd rather wait. Will you remember me too, fish face? What? But of course, things could never be that simple with the God Killer, as from behind the frightened god, a dark silhouette appears, and of course, a familiar voice rings. No! Is when the scene zooms out and Jin eventually turns his head around. Ultra Vegito, of course, in classic style, stands motionless right behind him. His aura still surrounding him after presumably using his super speed to escape just in time. With the two now face to face with one another, God Killer and his so-called victim, Vegito then lets out cockily, "How heartless of you to erase your own angel, Jin, and annoying too. That was supposed to be my pleasure. But oh well, I'll still get the chance of wiping you from existence, and that will be more than satisfying. I'll do you a favor and save that till the end though. After all, I want you to witness firsthand the defeat of your little lapdog. Pumped with steroids and magic or not, he will be disposed of quickly. And then I'll come for you." To which the angrily looking god would just whisper back, "And what makes you so confident that plan will go as you say, God Killer?" But in response, Vegito just extends his Godslayer blade, and with a sinister smile responds, "You know what? You've actually got a point for once, Jin. So in that case..." As without warning, Vegito aims downward and begins slicing in all directions with near undetectable speed and precision, with Jin and us manga readers only able to see after images in its wake. Eventually revealing to us the shocking result of slicing both of Jin's legs just under his kneecaps, as the completely unsuspecting destroyer can only look on, unable to even react to the pain yet due to the shock and adrenaline. Looking down, he eventually can only yell, You! What have you done? How are you doing this?" As finally the pain sets in and Jin's entire body separates from his severed limbs, sending his body flying face first towards the ground, as blood splatters and pours out from his still stood feet. Eventually plummeting to the ground with a thud. As with one eye open, he then grunts, looking at his attacker in jest, grumbling, "This is not over." As with the strength he retains in his arms, Jin pushes his torso up with his upper body alone, shouting venomously, "You think that's enough to stop me? All I need is one opening, and I'll erase you forever!" Just as Jin's threats build and his confidence grows slightly, instantly, his throat is struck by a familiar beam of energy, immediately creating an energy collar right around the god's neck, pinning his head back against the ground, much to the destroyer's alarm. And with his head now trapped and completely immobilized, Jin yells, "Damn you! If you think this will keep me down, then you're sadly mistaken!" But Vegito, not worried in the slightest, would just look back scarily saying, "You can try, Destroyer, but you'd need to cut off your own head to do that. I'd suggest you just stay down and enjoy the show. Your time will come, but for now, I better fix this monster you created. And with that said, Vegito then shifts his face back to serious as he turns his head to the all-powerful creature before him, thinking in his head, at least with killing that wizard, this kid's power has stopped rising. But his energy is still ridiculous as it is. His body won't be able to maintain this for much longer. I need to stop him now if he's going to survive. And when we zoom out, as Vegito watches from the strange mountaintop, the giant Gaiba is seen in the distance, still grabbing his head in pain, but at least not yelling anymore. But soon enough, the beast makes eye contact with Vegito once again, still covering his forehead but groaning, "My family, you'll pay!" Surprising Vegito as he looks on obliviously wondering, "Pay? Pay for what? I've killed that Ghibli character who was controlling you. You should be free now, right?" But as Vegito questions Gaiba, the monster begins slowly removing his hands until... revealing still on his forehead is the G symbol and seal Ghibli had placed earlier, meaning even after death, his magic and brainwashing lives on within Gaiba. Immediately, as if in testament to that fact, Gaiba then begins powering up once more, this time now to what seems his full power, surrounding the massive beast in a dark pink aura with red lightning storming all around. And just as before, he quickly then dulls his screams, closing his mouth shut once again as his cheeks bulge larger and larger until... Instantly, the giant blasts forth an even more giant wave of energy, one with infinitely more power than the last. And immediately, and if you want more, the full 1 hour next video is already up live on my Patreon right now, live for over 3,000 plus patrons who are getting early access for life. The next video is over 1 hour long, so join me now and talk to me. Links are in the description and pinned comment.